But we'd love for you to stay and ask any questions that you have. So yeah, let's talk about the
All
Canaanites.
right, let's talk about the Canaanites. Tough question for the Old Testament, right? Like, what's this Old Testament God who appears to be angry and he's killing people and ordering the deaths of babies and children, you know, all this stuff. Why? Well, let me ask you a question. Normally atheists bring this question up, which is a good question, but
That's a brief excerpt from a video a few years ago in which Frank Turek introduces the topic of killing Canaanites, including killing Canaanite children and infants. And what's interesting about that clip is that when it comes to killing Canaanite infants and children, Frank Turek has no problem in principle with the conversation. In fact, he's going to go on through this clip and explain how the Canaanites were so evil and that warranted killing both the Canaanites and their children and infants. But now let's look at another video where the topic is not children ex utero, that is, post parturition or after they've been born, but rather the topic is children in utero or pre-parturition or during gestation, or either, in other words, before they've been born. And what's fascinating is when Turek shifts from talking about children after they've been born to before they've been born, suddenly his moral framework changes radically.
Because Romans 2, right? The law is written on our hearts.
Sure.
So everyone deep down really knows that this is wrong and it's murder.
Look, here's the easiest way to show people that abortion should not happen. Go to caseforlife.com, caseforlife.com, scroll down, watch the 1-minute video. I can't show you that video here because YouTube would censor it. I tried to show it before, shut the video down. It's too true. It will show you the results of an abortion in all 3 trimesters. 1 minute, no narration, just pictures of unborn children. You will see in the first trimester, you'll see hands cut off. You'll see it. And once you see it, you go, okay, that shouldn't happen. All right? So forget all the arguments. Just watch this video. See that? Okay. Right there. There it is. Yeah. Should you do that? You're going to say yes?
Right.
Have a nice day. Move on to somebody else.
Right.
So when Turek shifts from talking about infants to talking about fetuses, suddenly his moral clarity is so unimpeachable that all he needs to do is show you the results of abortion, and that displaces the need for any argument against abortion. Because simply looking at what an abortion does to a fetus, you can know that it could never be morally justified to abort that fetus. And yet, when it comes to infants, Turek doesn't have that same moral standard because he believes it can be morally justified to kill infants. And he gives examples, right? If the society is corrupt, then you can be, and God commands it, you can be morally justified to kill the infants. And this is the fundamental glaring moral incoherence of pop evangelical apologetics, such as is represented by people like Turek, where they have this unimpeachable moral clarity and absolute condemnation of abortion of fetuses in utero, yet they defend the killing of infants ex utero. And that is something that just fundamentally discredits their witness. If you're going to be pro-life, you should also be pro-life post-parturition, and that means an unqualified and absolute condemnation of biblical narratives that describe people, or God commanding and commending the slaughter, killing of infants and children and other non-combatants. It's not hard.